Hello everyone, Bobster1984 back again, and it's time to do another preview video for Newcastle United's latest home game tomorrow versus Ipswich Town. Now, we've won 4 in a row. We're on this cushy little run like we were previous to the Wolves game. Is it going to be the same sort of thing where it's a cup final for the other team in the Championship and they're coming to Big St James's Park and they're bringing a full sellout crowd from the away end? They're all coming up for the weekend to spend that time in Newcastle because it's a great place to go on the high. Is the team going to turn up and play like it is a cup final indeed? Now that is the question. Are Newcastle going to put up a performance like they did against Wolves and struggle to beat a Championship team? Let's put it this way, Ipswich have been a Championship team for a lot of years. They've got a lot more experience than Newcastle in this league. Are they going to be hard to beat? Yes, they're going to be hard to beat. Are we going to be able to break them down? That is the big question. Now, obviously, we all know Rafa Benitez by now. He likes to rotate his teams and things like that. So, predicting a team for Newcastle this season is nigh on impossible. I do expect, however, the mainstays, the people that have actually been on form so far this season, to remain in the side. And I'm talking about Kieran Clark for one. He's been really good since he's come in. John Joe Shelvey's obviously been arguably, apart from Dwight Gale, the man of the man of the season so far. So, what am I going to go for in terms of a prediction? Now, I do think Newcastle will go out tomorrow with a mindset. Be mindful of the Wolves game, of the Huddersfield game. You know, teams that have come to St James's Park and shut up shop and hit one the counter. I do think that is going to be in the back of their minds, but I do also think it's not going to be a detriment because I think it'll have been drilled in, it'll have been talked about all week. Because this is, let's face it, Newcastle United, this is for other teams coming to St James's Park. That's it, them getting, drawn Barcelona away. You know, it sounds stupid, but it is, because, teams like Burton, probably will never get to the Premier League, or if they do get the Premier League, it'll not be for a while. No disrespect to Burton Albion at all. But these are teams that are, some teams as well that are firmly not going to get any higher than the Championship. So come into a ground like St James's Park, it is, their day out, their massive game of the season. And you might look at me and think, yeah man, you sad Geordie bastard, you're talking a load of shit. Well, I'm not, because let's face it, if you think about it, that is the crack. I mean, you're probably thinking about the same for Aston Villa, maybe because of the history with Aston Villa. Probably not so much for Norwich, because Norwich have been down in this Championship a lot more than Newcastle or Aston Villa have. But yeah, I mean, it is going to be one of those performances where it's going to be hard. Ipswich are going to be hard to break down. Mick McCarthy's got them playing some decent football. I think the biggest problem with Ipswich is they don't score enough goals. That has been a problem for the last few seasons anyway, that I've noticed. But I do think Newcastle are actually going to win tomorrow. I'm going to put my prediction down as us winning 2-0. And I'm going to stick my neck out and say that Dwight Gale will score again. Now, I would love to see Mitro come on. I just want to see him play. I mean, I love Mitro's style of football. I think he's great. I just want to see him play. So hopefully he will come on at some point tomorrow. But as I say, my prediction's 2-0. What is your prediction for tomorrow? Do you think Newcastle will struggle, or do you think there'll be a walk on the park? Leave your comments down below. My name is Bobster1984. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will probably be the review video tomorrow night. I'll see you all later.